for this witchy market and what we have to come. Let me just get the live stream up and running up on Twitter so we can have more people join us. Sorry, my schedule has been a little off lately. Things have been going on, you know, mom of two, and sometimes need a little bit of personal time, right? Every once in a while we have to have that. So let's get the live stream up and running. What do you guys think? I was just popped into the training pit at thedarkpools.com. We have seen doozy of prints lately. Get ready. This market really is witchy, right? This could totally blow you out of the water what we could see, right? We've had some major prints. We've had some abnormal prints. And we have a giant anniversary tomorrow, Friday, the 29th. And I'm curious if anybody knows what anniversary that is. Hold on, let me pop over to the chat really quickly. All right, there we go, there we go. And I should have the chat up and running. So do you guys know what the what the anniversary is tomorrow, October 29th? It is the 92nd anniversary of the market crash of 1929. Hello, Michael. What do you guys think? So we could be setting up with all these major dark pool prints that we have seen for a big sell-off. We've seen some things in the news as well. We saw that banks in Lebanon locked customers out. We saw banks in Ireland shutting down. We saw Barclays having issues locking out their customers. Is that coming to the US, right? Maybe having a little bit of cash on hand is not a bad thing when you're starting to see this in 3 different countries in the past week already, right? Having some cash on hand is never a bad thing for, oh my goodness, what happens if that bank system gets hacked, right? What happens? And in Iran, the oil pumping stations had an issue with their software, got hacked. So what did I do today? I went and filled up the car. I am not taking anything for granted, right? There's warning signs that are coming. In my opinion, we're seeing them in the dark pools. We're seeing them with these banks that are closing down and pipelines and the gas stations that are now being affected. So just have some cash, have some gas, have some groceries, right? What happens if all this stuff happens? Nice, Luis. Well, you might not want to put that out there. You might want to delete that. In fact, I'm going to delete that comment because you don't want to advertise that, right? But that is good. Like, that's a smart move to start putting some on the side, right? And who actually, as of March of 2020, has control of your money when it's in the bank? Their reserve requirements went down to 0, right? The banks don't have to have any money in reserve as of March 2020 based on the FOMC Fed requirements. They are lending it out. All right, so let's get into the market. Let's see what I'm seeing. And what do you guys think? Do you guys like the costume for the witchy market, right? And let's go over my list. I do have my glasses off, so I will have to somewhat squint a little bit. Or I'll look over here, because if I look down here, there's no way. I have astigmatisms and it'll all be double. Yeah, you know what? A lot of things are quite spooky, Randy. But I'm going to show you the top 2, and then we're going to also look at, maybe I'm going to see if I can find the SEC 2018 crypto information on Ethereum, Bitcoin, and XRP. This whole lawsuit, in my opinion, frivolous, right? Yeah, it's for the witchiness in the market. It's a little, not sure if we're going to be open tomorrow. I'm going to tell you, right? Is this going to be a big crash? I had somebody on Twitter be like, oh my goodness, look, this girl, she's putting out this limits down thing, bashing me. But you never know when the market's going to crash, and having those halt levels is a good thing to know so that you can take money out, you can take profits out, right? Because then they could halt it. September 11th, they closed it for a day, right? All right. So let's look at the SPY, right? So today on my list I had, hey, if we break above 457.40, then potential long trade. Did we do it? Yes, we did. We had a nice little trade up above, and we had a breakdown as well. So looking at that, it's set up perfectly. Not two nice trades on the SPY today. Let's look at the Qs. They are both up, but they are starting to top out, right? We're starting to see that, hey, we broke out up above these highs, yes, but look at this very steep angle of attack of this upward run since, hey, this was when Evergrande had actually moved up. That, hey, they defaulted. No, just kidding. October 23rd was when they were going to default. October 21st was when, hey, China gave them 85 million, I think it was, or 85 billion. I don't remember which one it was, but they owe 300 billion, and 85 billion, I think, is what it was. They paid their domestic bond, but they didn't pay their international one. Well, they paid that last week. What's happening tomorrow? Evergrande is due to have another 300 million payment due. Are they going to pay that? Right? This was when the news came out. Uh-oh, they're going to have that default. Okay, nope, just kidding. We're supplementing them. Up it goes. Short squeeze, right? That sort of angle of attack is indicative of a short squeeze. Then, now we're topping out. We're starting to see crazy dark pool prints, and we're slowing down a little bit, right? We did hit new highs today, a nice run up, $1.50 up to 384. And now are we going to come back down and break down below this trend line? If we close below 382.25, I'm going to say I'm anticipating a red day tomorrow, all right, for the Qs. IWM today, definitely rebounding from yesterday and coming back up, testing those moving averages. Are we going to? Here we're hitting the 200 simple moving average, and this is my 336 simple moving average, right? 336, I think. Let's double check that. 336 simple moving average is this red one. We're hitting both the 200 and the 336. That's a longer term time period. And are we going to close up above 228? If we do, hey, you know what? I'm completely wrong. This market's going to continue higher. If we close down below, potentially down below 225, red days ahead, in my opinion. All right. And Russell is also 20% financials. We'll look at XLF. BlackRock is part of the XLF ETF. And if that starts to crumble, we could see that the banks pull back. If we look at it on a bigger picture, a monthly picture for when we had drawdowns in the market, we could see that we pull all the way down to 2020 on XLF. So let's look at that in a second. Dow Jones, remember, only has 30 in it, easiest to manipulate. We topped off higher volume, candlestick up here at the top. Yesterday we had higher volume as well. This is a little bit of, you know, are we going to close above 356.50 or are we going to break down from here? We seem to have topped out and we're pulling back a little bit. So are we going to continue this downward trend on our 15-minute chart? We will see. Really feeling like tomorrow, that 92nd anniversary of 1929, that was actually based on bond defaults, could be happening again with Evergrande. You think back of 2008 with mortgages defaulting. Did you guys know that BlackRock is the largest real estate investor that has money invested in China, in these Chinese companies, right? And so it's kind of like the heads of BlackRock has said, you know what, we're going over and we're going to support China and we're going to support their growth. And we're going to put our US dollars, your retirement US dollars, over into China. Did you realize that you were investing in them? We've seen a lot of prints on BlackRock products. Europe, Latin America, Brazil, Tesla today. I have Tesla up. We have a big Tesla print. So you don't want to be on the wrong side of 300,000+ shares of Tesla, right? Don't be stubborn. If you've got a great profit, protect it, set up where you would get out if it starts to tank. Hey, if it continues going, awesome. Wish that you have the best luck. I actually think it should go up to 1,400, right? But if it doesn't and it goes down, be prepared, right? And if you guys want to learn more about the dark pools, check us out at thedarkpools.com and come and learn to trade with us. All right, so right now, XLF, we are up above, right? Let's put it on we had all these dark pool prints. We are up above all these dark pool prints. Here's that 336 again, right? That 336 that has acted as support on the dailies. Well, oh no, sorry, correction. That's a volume-weighted anchor price from back here. Let's get rid of that. Let's go to a monthly chart. And you can see here we have, let's turn on the 200. Let's turn these back on. So it is the 50 simple 28 right here, but we have the 200 that could be over here where we fall, roughly 2080. I did it a lower, hold on. It was the 200 exponential, I believe. Where is it? Let me turn it back on. I did another video yesterday. No, 200 exponentials right here. I'll have to check it out and see which one it is for you guys. But it was whatever one we hit here and here, that's where we were. That one was right at 2020. Maybe that is going to be where we fall down. Yes, we've had an amazing run to the upside. We have all these dark pool prints. If we go below $35, watch out. That's $5 away, right? XLF, great. But what happens when all of the XLF holdings start to crumble? The banks, right? These are inevitably big money makers. They can lend out money 33 times. Yes, we do, Michael. Yeah. Today was all about IPOs, floats, and splits, short squeezes, SPACs, short volume, short interest, a lot of good stuff. So looking at this, right, this is a parabolic move since March of 2020. That's unnatural. This was the Fed. This was stimulus. When is the Fed going to stop printing? As soon as it does, that bottom is going to fall out, right? And so as traders, we need to be prepared on both sides of the trades, right? What happens if we see that BlackRock starts to default? We see that Berkshire starts to crumble, that their holdings start to crumble. If many of these start to fall apart, the market could very quickly drop. It might be so fast that they close the market, right? So just be prepared. All right, let's look at the trades for today that I had set up on my list. If you guys like my list, come and check out my watch list at cjanetrade.com. You can use welcome to save 10% right there. All right, let's go to a 24-hour chart. Let's pull this back. Sorry, I was outside. It is cold here, so a little bit of sniffles. So we did break out up above 720 right at 9:30. A little quick trade if you were super fast, but personally, I don't think I would have taken that. And now we're just sort of trading sideways there. So let's check out Tesla screaming up, right? But it didn't break out up above my 1077.50 with confidence, right? We came down, we tested support. Isn't that cool? Like, okay, it didn't break out, so there wasn't really a momentum trade today on Tesla, but it really held support and it held resistance. So whichever way it goes from here, that's going to be the big trade on Tesla, in my opinion, right? We are going sideways at the moment, positioning, got a big print, okay? If we go up above here, break out. If we go down below here, break down, right? LCID today, up above 2840. Yep. If you'd had one share, you could have paid for a month, right? So these trades are pretty awesome. Granted, LCID, not everything happens like this, but it did just sort of scream higher all day. And then we had an overextension far away and it pulled right back, right? Let's look at Apple. Apple is also on my list for potential breakout today. Once we broke that 150 level, tested it, broke it. Sorry, that's 151. See, that's why I need my glasses. 150 over here, we actually broke it and just surged higher, right? PLTR with a lot of gold in their holdings broke out right after open, 10 o'clock, took two new highs right here, not new highs, but for the day, and then pulled back, found support on the 161 EMA. Twilio dropped and gapped down, continuation mode, right? We had a bigger drop, bounce, dead cat bounce, and then continue move to the downside right there. Shopify today had a bigger downward move with earnings, gap down, and then shot up. Those shorts got squeezed for anybody that got in. That's why you want to wait until the stock tells you the direction. So it had a nice squeeze and move to the upside today on that. I do map it out in both directions because the market's going to tell us where to go, right? All right, let's look at now. Service Now. This one had a nice pullback overnight and then gapped higher and moved to the upside. All right, Etsy as well. I was thinking about Etsy when I was driving today, thinking, hey, you know, they've got some cool stores, but it's hard to find somebody's stuff. You know, you can't go right to their store. You have to search for it, and it has to be exact, and it's kind of hard for the people that have their stores on Etsy. All right, so moved up. Look at this. Big print. Let me see. Oh, excuse me, not big print, big volume. Let me see if we do have a big print there. And you are correct, Michael. You could definitely strangle. I don't know exactly which one you're talking about, but that's always an option when there are big moves. So let's see if we have a big one on Etsy today. Etsy, we had a couple. Yeah. 244.88, 244.95, 244.95, 244.95. All right, 244.88 and 95 right here. If we close above 246, hey, let's see it go up higher, right? Let's look at CrowdStrike as well. That was my last one here. And it seems like everybody dropped and then bounced, right? Now we hit resistance. On the 15-minute, we are above the 50, but below the longer term ones. So is this going to continue? And we're going to break above 283. Okay, we could see that this potentially rebounds, goes to set new highs, but I would watch 287 over here. We had a lot of selling wicks. We had selling with this high volume candle. If we close below this highest volume candle right here, watch out below. All right. Do you guys have any that you would like to check out? Let's look at crypto as well. So crypto, my crypto list is rocking today. Got into baby Doge. Love that little name. So here we go. Highest growth today, 42% on Doge. Look at this beast mode, right? My target is up at 79, if not further, for Doge. So really liking this. Meme coins have really been on the move. Shibu, however you say it, as well. Also baby Doge, got into baby Doge all the way down over here. Let's see if it pops up. Yeah, there you go. 0.15, I think it was 10, maybe it was 01. I don't remember. Obviously I have two different lines there. And then screaming higher. You know what, Jay? I don't know all of the coins. To be honest, there's over 10,000 coins out there. So I do my due diligence and read the white papers, but I don't read them on every single one. So I would say check out the white papers, see if they have any partners. I know that these are set up with ISO 20022, except for baby Doge. That's the only one I don't think is associated. But if it's set up with Dogecoin potentially as a form of payment, I know that baby Doge is used as a form of payment for Shopify, WooCommerce, and Magento as well. XRP did gain a little bit today. It dropped down, hit our 161. You can see that it's really been hitting the 161 and 200 EMA over here fairly well. Let's extend this volume profile, see if we're above or below. We are just below over here, roughly 107. So that could break out potentially. Looks like maybe we had a whale right here. Let's check out Cardano. Cardano does look like it's in a bit of a downward trend. This could move higher, heading on up, maybe even up to, 380 area. IOTA as well. We have seen a fair amount that did retrace, and now they're surging to the upside. IOTA had come down to this apex here, We broke out, pulled back, and found support. Are we going to break out higher and test up here, roughly 175, 74 area, and then surge higher? XLM, Stellar Network. Stellar has set up, I forget which partnership they've had with, it's a credit card company, I think. MasterCard has been in the works with the Ripple network. And, oh, that's right. I wanted to look that up. Let me see if I can pull it up down here. So let me do... I'm going to do a quick search for you guys and see if I can find in the archives. No, we want it from 2018. Because in 2018, they state in their paperwork, here it is. I think so, right here, SEC versus Ripple Archives 2018, where they state Ethereum, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple are known as cryptocurrencies. And that is huge, that they have it in their own research from 2018. I should have captured, let's see, SEC 2018. It was Ethereum, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. Let's see if I do that, if it will pop up. Aha. SEC declares Bitcoin and Ether as non-securities. Let me see if I can do it really quickly. This is, alrighty. Would have helped if I was wearing my glasses. But to me, this whole lawsuit, smoke and mirrors. Bitcoin and Ethereum are not securities, SEC official says. Okay, but I want to find it on the SEC website. Digital assets. Here we go. Maybe this is it. June 14th. Control F, R, I. All right, guys, I might have to do this. I might have to find it for you later. Yeah, Michael, definitely. Once you understand how to trade a chart, it's right there with crypto, currencies, everything like that. And so once you read the charts, the technicals of it don't ever change, right? Okay, I'm going to check one more site. I'm going to actually search the SEC site if I can really quickly and see if I can find that, because I did find it and it said cryptocurrency and Ripple. I want to show it to you guys in writing. And it's 2018. 2020. Ripple 2020. 2 years ago. 3 years ago. Let's see. Did I just find it? I'll find it later. Yeah. Oh, okay, if you guys are good, I will see if I can find it here. If I put it up here, it'll actually be bigger print for me. Easier to read. So let's see. Control F, Bitcoin. Bitcoin, this had to do with the Bitcoin Trust in 2018. But let's go back here. Ripple. 3 years ago, Ether, Litecoin, Dashcoin, Ripple, the PRG tokens for trading cryptocurrency and chain. Now, they actually stated, but it said cryptocurrencies in the paperwork. Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. I'll find it. But it was in an SEC form and it was from 2018 when they were talking about, here it is, June 14th, CNBC. And it says Ethereum and Bitcoin and Ethereum are not securities, SEC official says, but it doesn't mention Ripple there. But I saw it in writing from the SEC, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple. So I'll have to find that and I'll have to share it with you guys later because it could take me a little while to find that again. So to me, Ripple is ready to be moving to the upside and was at a discount and could be happening fairly shortly. Algo as well over here. So Algo I like as part of the new banking system as well. You can see it pulled back and we hit the 50. We're down below it just a little bit. This is 24-hour chart. Looking to break that 210. Once we break that 210, quickly up to 245 and then up to new highs. XDC as well. XDC is one XinFin that should likely be used in the new ISO as well for derivatives. So let's look at Visa for you, Troy. So Troy wants to check out Visa. Visa, big downward turn in the financial sector, right? We got some fibs on there. We're below that 336 over here. Let's bring this to a daily chart, readjust it. So we pull it onto a weekly chart. Where was the last time we had support? What moving average? All the way down here it tested, and then down here 190, 180, 50. All right, so that's it. You guys have anything else you want to check out? Let me see. Well, I'll do one more search to see if I can find this. SEC, crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple. Let's see. I'll do one more time. 2020. Yeah, my pleasure. So much stuff from 2018 or 2021. Let me see if I put 2018 in, if it'll come in. I think I found it on the SEC website. So I'll have to. This is CNBC though. Status of other cryptocurrencies, notable XRP. Heinemann did not categorize other cryptocurrencies. No, it said in particular. That's CoinDesk. That's 2021. It happened again though, and it was in 2018. I'll find it for you guys and I will share it. I'll tweet it out when I find it. So check out my Twitter. It's Airplane Jane. And I hope you have an amazing afternoon. Oh, you want to talk about DWAC? Yeah, we can talk about DWAC, David. Sure. Let's see if I have my fibs on there. I think I do. I think I do. We don't need a weekly chart. 24-hour chart. So right here on the 24-hour chart, you can see it became overextended, came down to support, and then it bounced, right? So DWAC. Oh, helps when you guys have the chart, right? There we go. So it was shot up here, pulled back to support. No, Raisha, that is not me. I do not solicit people on WhatsApp. There are a lot of scammers that do use me to try to extort money from other people. I don't trade other people's money. So if anybody's asking you, posing as me, it's not me. Hate to tell you. I unfortunately have had people, message me and say, hey, I got scammed for money. It wasn't me. I don't do that to people. If I did that to people, would I be doing this on YouTube for free to help others? No, you got to think about that. All right. So, DWAC. Long term, this, in my opinion, could be like Netflix, Facebook, Google. And so they could definitely take this higher once the network does launch in the beginning of January. So in my opinion, this is fairly low. I do full disclosure. I bought it down here at 12.13 and then I captured part up at 175 because of the halts. Right when it opened, I had a sell for 150 and so it happened to execute. So it was crazy to literally ride it. What was the low of this? The low here was 10.32. It opened at 13. I got in pre-market at 12.13 and happened to, luckily, because of the halt, get out at the top, which was kind of crazy. I think that's the first time ever in my trading career that I got the top. And it was all because of the halt. So looking at this, this has wave 1, 2, potentially 3, 4. Are we going to break up above 175 again? Maybe not. Yeah, and David wants to know all about the warrants. Yeah, Raisha, don't pay. Don't pay. Anybody that asks you for money online, don't do it. As much as it could sound enticing, it's not. So the digital work acquisition warrants are to be issued. They're issued by the company, right? For stock at $11.50. Let's do something else. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. This. Okay. All right. So here we have the warrants, right? These are like options. And I just want to make sure you guys can see them side by side. So the warrants are for shares at $11.50, right? The warrants are not executable at the moment. Due to be executable, as far as I know, in January. In reading the 8Ks that came out, just Google DWAC, SEC filings, and if you're really bored on Saturday night because the market's not open, you can dig into the details and see. But these are for $11.50 execution price. There's also DWACU, which is 1 share of DWAC and half of a warrant. So if you have 2, then you get a warrant, a complete warrant, which would be equal a whole share. So right now, DWAC has 28 million. DWAW has 14 million warrants available for redemption of Class A shares. So the valuation here is, in my opinion, much lower because it would theoretically be 744.17, clear, 744.17 minus 1150, 62.67. Right now, this is at 38.12. Discounted, in my opinion, right? Why isn't this trading 11.50 below DWAC, right? So buying it at 38 and executing it at a price when it's at 74 is automatically making you $24. Off of 38 would be 64%. So though I'm not saying that that's if you did it all today. It's not redeemable at the moment, right? But these should be redeemable in January. Raisha, I'm telling you, it's a scammer. Stop talking to them. Tell them you're reporting them to the FBI. Okay? They'll stop. Yeah. So yeah, Michael, do some research, Investopedia, warrants, and look into the SEC filings for DWAC, right? If this becomes what Trump says that he wants it to be, of takedown of social media, of Facebook, Twitter, Netflix, YouTube, Google is YouTube, right? And mainstream media networks, the valuation of this could be much higher, in my opinion, right? This is my opinion only. Like I said, I got in here and executed up here and took profits as it was rising. So now whatever is in there is just house money, right? It can sit there for years. It's all profit. The only way, for it to become a loss is if it goes into negative, which I really don't think it will, because I took out my original investment plus 20% and left the rest in there. So scaling also equals happiness. But do research on warrants, DWAC, SEC filings, and check it out. See if it's right for you. Yeah. Awesome, Michael. I'm glad you appreciate it. All right, guys, I am a little hungry. I didn't eat lunch, and I don't want to get hangry because that's not going to be good. All right. Have a good one, Michael. I'll see you guys later. Hopefully, I will be on tomorrow. Hopefully, everything is good. Oh, Gush. Yeah, let's go to Gush really quickly. So, Gush is oil and gold, if you did not know that. Let's look at it on the daily chart over here. And oil has been surging higher with the prices of inflation. This is a daily chart right here, 2 times bullish. Oil and gas, they have been dealing with inflation, driving the price up. Let's do this. It looks like it's in a little channel to me. This is what my eye is seeing, right? So maybe it's going to come back down to the midline and move to the upside. Do you see that? It's crazy. Sometimes my eyes see patterns, and so this is what I see, that it was topping out. It got a little extended, pulling back. Is it going to break out into a more extreme pattern, moving to the upside? Is it going to continue with this over here? It could, or it could, and it could come up here, and then it could pull back down as well. But right now, feels a little bit extended to me. Maybe it's going to come back down over here to 103, and maybe that's going to take a little bit of time. Maybe it's going to come over here. Maybe it's going to come down to 96. Maybe it'll stop at 100. But it feels like it's more in a bit of a downward motion at the moment, especially since there was a surplus of oil reported yesterday with the oil numbers. All right. So keep that in mind. If you do trade Gush, check the oil numbers at 10:30 on Wednesdays. All right, guys. Have an amazing one. Carpe Profit, seize those profits one trade at a time, and don't forget to get some cash. You might just need it. Bye.